Hey, I'm Chef Aaron Fish, and this is Fish Food, where we make tasty, approachable snacks. And today, we're making Harissa chicken skewers and a vativan old-fashioned. Step one, we're gonna cut up some chicken. Now, I bought chicken tenders, and you can get thigh meat or breast meat, whatever floats your boat. So, I'm just gonna take it, we're gonna cut it into three little pieces. This is about the size that you wanna see, little 1-inch cubes. Throw it in the bowl. All right, so first we're gonna start with the marinade. Now, I'm gonna put some cilantro, some mint, and some garlic. We also have some serrano chilies. Put as much as you wanna make it hot. A little lime juice. Honey. Oh, let it ooze out. Some soy sauce. Some canola oil, some sesame oil, some salt, some pepper, and not to mention, some harissa. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lid on there, we're gonna kick it on. All right. Now that we're done blending the marinade, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take it and we'll pour it over the chicken. Give that bad boy a stir. And we're gonna go ahead and put that in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours and let it marinate so it gets nice and tasty. All right, it's been about 3 hours. Our chicken's nice and marinated. Unwrap that bad boy. Now I've got some skewers soaking here, and the reason you soak your bamboo skewers is because whenever you're cooking with high heat, you don't want that skewer to catch on fire or burn, or like the handle to melt away. So it's just an easy professional technique to keep them from doing that. So I'm gonna throw them on here. I'm just gonna take a giant pile of chicken and drop it on here, just to make it easy to work with. All right, we're gonna skewer as many pieces as you want. I'd say maybe 4 on each one. Now that we're done skewering these, we're gonna go ahead and throw them on the heat. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna use a pellet grill with a cast iron griddle. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can just grill it over charcoal or gas. You can do it in the oven under the broiler if you want, or even in a saute pan. But I find that I like this way because it kind of gives it a little bit of a light smoky flavor. And it's just kind of like an outdoor oven. So let's get nasty. So I've got my griddle here. We're just gonna put a little bit of oil on it. And we're gonna throw our skewers right on. You can see it's sizzling right away. Oh, you can already smell the aromatics. We're gonna shut that. Let it cook for a few minutes, come check it. All right, the chicken's cooking, and now we're gonna start our vativan old-fashioned. First, we need to make our simple syrup. So we're gonna take equal parts sugar and water. Now, that's a ½ cup each. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of the vativan. Vativan is basically kind of like a curry powder. It's got some mustard seeds in there, chili peppers, but it is not gluten-free. It does carry some wheat. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this on the heat. Okay, so we brought it to a simmer over medium heat, turned it down to low, and we're gonna let that cook for about 60 seconds. We want it to infuse real well. The next step after that is we're gonna strain it out and cool it down. Okay, so we've strained and cooled our vativan syrup, and now we're gonna throw our cocktail together. So it starts with 1½ ounces of rye whiskey, 1 ounce of dry sherry, and ½ ounce of our vativan syrup. Throw some ice in there, and we're just gonna give it a stir. It's not the James Bond way, but we'll be all right. Once you're done stirring vigorously, we're gonna go ahead and strain it into our glass with ice. Now, a lot of people like to use a big ice cube. I typically only do that with straight whiskey, bourbon. It's a way to enjoy the drink without the ice melting and watering it down. This kind of cocktail, you want to use smaller cubes of ice. It helps evolve the drink over time. So now we're just gonna finish with our garnish, which is an orange peel. You give it a little twist over the top, a little rub on the rim, and drop it in. All right, so I just temped these. They're 165 degrees, which is the perfect temperature to pull chicken off of. All right, let's go inside and eat these. All right, let's plate this bad boy. So I've got some tzatziki sauce that I made. It's pretty much just a yogurt-based sauce, some cucumber, some mint, and some lime juice. We're gonna go ahead and put a nice big dollop on the bottom. This would be our base. We're gonna take a couple skewers, just pop them right in there. We want that sauce to get all tasty in there. And tear some fresh mint leaves on top, some fresh cilantro, some fresh lime zest, and let's kick it up another notch with another little bit of serrano on there. All right, let's get in here and let's taste this bad boy. So, I'm gonna get a little bit of that yogurt. We got some of that leaves on there. You got the heat, a little bit of sweet, got caramelization on the chicken. Ooh, that old fashioned, that's tasty. And that is how you make delicious fish food.